A tough Saturday night battle in a little bit of snow here at the HTC Center. Good Sunday. This is the Cliff Ellis Show. I'm Rich Krampanis. We welcome in Chanticleer's head man and coach Gardner-Webb, a team that you lost to at the buzzer in Boiling Springs. They certainly were tournament tough here on Saturday night.
Well, it was a game that went back and forth, and they certainly made some key plays down the stretch, and we had opportunities to win, but at the same time, you give Gardner-Webb credit. This is a team that's gone to the top of our division and gone on the road and beaten every team. Asheville, ourselves, Charleston Southern. So you have to give them credit. Same team that beat DePaul, and they have a dagger in them. They have a dagger mentality, and I give them credit. We didn't make enough plays to win, bottom line.
It was a tough game that went down to the very end. Let's take a look at all the action from Saturday night between Coastal Carolina and Gardner-Webb. Coach, you knew this was going to be a tough ball game, and it really was back and forth from beginning to the end.
Well, there's no question about it. It's going to be physical. They've got players that can shoot the three, make plays. We're going to be able to do the same, hopefully.
Anthony Raffa getting started with the three, and boy, he had his outside shot working in a big way.
He sure did, and that outside shot was needed in this game.
Badu Jang, the steal and the lay-in, I thought he showed good maturity here. A lot of youngsters might try and slam this down. He did the right thing by laying it off the glass.
I was very proud of his play.
Kier Greenwood early on, coach got a 9-4 advantage.
Well, it's early. It's going to be back and forth before it's over.
Raffa hits his second three here to make it 12-6, but here comes Gardner-Webb. They used a three to get into the ball game. Max Landis ties the game at 12.
Well, that's what he does. Landis is a prolific three-point shooter.
Coach Raffa really had it working in the first half, the three ball here, and then Tristan Curtis continues to come in limited minutes and is quite effective.
I thought he did a great job, especially passing at the high post area against the zone.
Raffa was in traffic, missed a couple of shots, but here's El Hadji cleaning up. You're down 120-19.
Well, it's going to be back and forth, as we talked about earlier, back and forth all the way. We got to keep them off the foul line, though.
Kier Greenwood streaking here, nice move to the tin. But coach, you talk about the foul line, very rare technical foul here on El Hadji, and that kind of got Gardner-Webb going, and it got them to the free throw line earlier than you probably wanted.
That's a momentum call.
Anthony Raffa, this was probably his best play of the game. He blocks the shot, takes it coast to coast up the other end.
Well, that was a good play.
A great finish by Raffa here. Kier Greenwood with the steal, another lay-in by Anthony Raffa. You're down 126-25.
Well, our defense is creating some situations, but we're going to have to keep making these kind of plays.
Coach, good finish to the end of the first half. Raffa knocks down this three to tie it at 28 apiece. After a couple of Kier free throws, here's Badu Jang with the slam. You're up 4 at the half, 32-28.
Well, we go into halftime. We know it's going to go down to the wire.
Raffa with another three. It's 35-30 Coastal, but every time it seemed Raffa knocked a couple down, Gardner-Webb turned right back around, and this Kevin Hartley can shoot it too.
He can really shoot it. He's got a quick release. He doesn't take long for him to get it off, and he was a dagger.
Warren Gillis had some foul trouble in the first half. He gets going here in the second half, and then here's Michelle Ananga with the three. You got a 2-point lead at 43-41.
Well, that was a big bucket by Michelle.
Raffa's three, his last three of the game, 48-41. Coach, you're up 7. This was your biggest lead, but then Gardner-Webb begins its comeback.
Well, they start making plays, and you got to give them credit for what they're doing.
Now, Coach, you can analyze every possession here. Ananga gets the ball to fall, looks like a bucket, but they call an offensive foul, and these are the kind of things that can swing a game.
Momentum call again.
Badu Jang getting it done, but here's Davis from three. It's 51-50. Gardner-Webb has a 1-point advantage, but now this is when we get back and forth. Warren Gillis, the one-hander, you're up 152-51.
Well, like I said, it's a seesaw.
And the seesaw continues. Here's Gardner-Webb with the momentum. Tyler Strange with the three, followed right back by Kevin Hartley. Back-to-back threes, Coach. You're in a 5-point hole, but you come back.
Well, those threes will hurt you. As Raffa's did earlier, those threes are coming back to hurt us.
Good physical move here by El Hadji again on the inside. Count it and one. It's a 1-point game.
Yes, very close.
And this is where the late stages, it looked like you were ready to go the distance. Warren Gillis ties it at 61. Big play here, and then how about this play by Kier? The steal and the lay-in, Coach, you have a 2-point lead at 63-61.
Well, we've got the lead, but you know there's still a lot of possessions to play.
Well, Coach, kind of uncharacteristic of the way things kind of played out there at the end, because it got away from you quickly, starting with this Tyler Strange layup.
Well, you got to give them credit for making the play, but they got a back cut, and we just weren't there to pick it up.
Here's another back cut. Strange finds Tashawn Newsom for the slam. Newsom's such a good player, and this is when Gardner-Webb takes control of the basketball.
Back cut hurt us in the last 4 minutes of the game.
Hill wraps things up here, a 9-0 run for Gardner-Webb to close it out. Coach, this was a statement by the Running Bulldogs as they get a 70-63 win.
You have to give them credit because they've gone on the road and they've won games like this, and I've always said championships are going to be won on the road. They came in here and did it, and the regular season championship is up for grabs, and they're right in the thick of it.
Anthony Raffa with 22 points in the loss. We caught up with him after the basketball game.
You know, we missed a couple shots, and they just got a couple ball screens that penetrated our man-to-man, and they got in the lane. You know, they got fouls called for them, and they were pretty good from the free throw line, 24 for 30. I mean, they scored 24 points from the free throw line.
That's becoming a recurring theme, though. You guys not being able to get to the line only over the last several games. Does that bother you?
I mean, I feel like we're doing a great job of getting in there. I mean, maybe the calls aren't going our way. I mean, maybe there's some foul calls that should be called that aren't getting called, and but I can't blame that on that. I mean, we still got to play the game. It's just I feel like we got to attack a little bit more.
Our HTC peak performer from the Gardner-Webb game, Anthony Raffa, 22 points. Coach, he was 6 of 10 from three-point land and continues to be an offensive force.
Well, he made some big shots for us. We didn't give him a lot of help on the perimeter with the three, but he sure made a lot.
Time for us to take a break. When we come back, we'll look back on Wednesday night's game in Clinton, South Carolina against Presbyterian. You're watching the Cliff Ellis Show on WPDE News Channel 15. On Saturday afternoon at the HTC Center, the Coastal Carolina women taking on Gardner-Webb. Mark Kost filling in for Alan LaForce, the Chants head coach, still battling through illness, trying to get back on the sideline. The ladies' Chants came back from 17 points down to force overtime. Angelica Henry had 28 points. This put Coastal in front 67-65. After the Running Bulldogs got the equalizer, Coastal calls a timeout, and with 8.1 seconds to go, Shatia Cole from Myrtle Beach High count the basket and the foul. She makes the free throw, and CCU takes a 70-67 lead. The Running Bulldogs' prayer from half court is not answered, and Coastal Carolina's women's basketball team gets an impressive 70-67 win over Gardner-Webb. The Lady Chanticleers have won 5 of their last 6 games. They're 12-13, 7-8 in Big South play. The Cliff Ellis Show is brought to you by A&I Fire and Water Restoration, Coastal Orthopedic, Strand Orthopedic, and Creek Rats.
Coastal Carolina University Chanticleers need to concentrate on playing their best, not worrying about what to do if an injury occurs. At Strand Orthopedic Consultants and Coastal Orthopedic Associates, we offer all our patients comprehensive orthopedic care from our team of renowned specialists. So no matter what your game, you can stay on top of it. Strand Orthopedic Consultants and Coastal Orthopedic Associates, proud to be the team physicians of the Coastal Carolina University Chanticleers and sponsors of the Coach Cliff Ellis Show.
Hello, I'm Tommy Britton. Along with my children, Case, Preston, and Mary Madison, I practice law here in Myrtle Beach. We're now known as the Britton Law Firm. And Coach Ellis and Coach LaForce, we have fine men that are leading our students at Coastal to great achievements. It's been a pleasure over the years to sponsor this program. The Britton Law Firm, all claims, trials in all courts.
Crestcom Bank is now offering our customers a new reason to smile. It's our totally free checking. And when we say free, we mean free. Totally free checking means free online banking, free online bill pay, free MasterCard debit card, free first order of checks, free unlimited checking. You'll even receive a free gift when you open an account. To sign up for totally free checking, visit any of our Crestcom Bank locations throughout Myrtle Beach and Charleston. Crestcom Bank. Have a nice bank.
Welcome back to the Cliff Ellis Show. We're going to go back to Wednesday night, Coach, where you played an outstanding game on the road at Presbyterian.
Well, anytime you go on the road and win one, it's a big one. Presbyterian is a dangerous team when they play at home, and our kids fought, and it was a good win.
Let's look back on Wednesday night in Clinton, South Carolina. The Chanticleers getting a victory against the Blue Hose.
Well, Presbyterian, always a tough out when you play them at Presbyterian. We got off to a good start. We led the entire game, but we could never get away from them. Their defense was so good. Our defense was so good, and our rebounding was so good. We were able to get off to a good start offensively, made some shots, but then it got to be a grind-out defensive battle.
Coach, the story early on was the three ball. Coach, did you come into this game thinking you were going to knock this many three downs early?
Well, they zoned us, and against the zone, you have to knock down the outside shot. We were able to knock it down.
Kier Greenwood with his second three-pointer here. It's 8-6 Coastal early, and then Michelle Ananga gets in on the act. Three from the corner makes it 11-8.
Well, the three ball was in our favor early on. It was really giving us a spark.
Anthony Raffa, you know he can shoot the three, and just like that, it's 4 3-pointers, 14-11 Coastal. Coach, while Raffa and Kier and the guys are hitting the threes, Warren Gillis was getting it done on the inside.
I tell you, he was smooth inside with the ball. He scored some points. It was good to see him have a good offensive game.
Raffa's three here makes it 21-13, and then the 6 3-point barrage in the first 13 minutes caps off here by Badu Jang. The big guy's got range.
Well, it's good range, and he also did a great job rebounding. He had 11 rebounds in 18 minutes. That's a warrior for you.
Warren Gillis with the drive here makes it 26-18. Then Coach, PC's best moments came in that last 3 minutes. Eric Washington hits the three here, and then this is Khalid Mutakabir with the slam to tie it at 26.
Well, that's as close as Presbyterian's going to get, the tie. We never lost our poise. I was proud of our team. We never let PC get the lead.
Late in the first half, under a minute to go, Tristan Curtis continues to make the most of his minutes. This is a big follow right here.
Yeah, big time. And also 7 rebounds in 15 minutes. He played well off the bench.
Thanks to Tristan Curtis, 28-26. Coastal with a 2-point lead at the half. Second half, Warren Gillis gets started, 30-26 Coastal. Kier Greenwood makes it 33-30.
Well, they've gone to man-to-man defense, which makes the three ball a little bit tougher, but again, we were hitting them in the first half.
Michelle Ananga with the block here. This showcases the Coastal defense, and Warren Gillis with a gorgeous finish on the other end.
It was a good finish. Good play, good finish.
38-34. Coach, as you mentioned, with Presbyterian switching their defense, a chance for some more of your conventional offense. Kier with a nice look here to Tristan Curtis.
Yes, what a play that was. That was a momentum play for us.
And then Anthony Raffa, another nice dish. This one to Michelle Ananga. Coach, this is a tight game in the second half. You're up 3, 43-40.
Never easy on the road.
I agree. And then here, Coach, I thought the offensive rebounding a big part of this game. You get another chance at it, and Raffa hits this three, and you finally get just a little bit of separation at 47-40.
22 offensive rebounds. That's a big statement in this game. That's a key to our win.
And Coach, I thought El Hadji Jagan did some big-time things in crunch time here. This is a serious post move to put you up 6.
Well, his 7 points all came in the second half, and they came at a valuable time.
Anthony Raffa kind of gets loose here, slices to the tin. It's 54-48.
That was a good play.
Coach, this is the play that really kind of maybe made you breathe a little bit easier. Off the inbounds, Warren Gillis falling down.
Well, he made that play. That was a set play out of a timeout. He hit it. That was a big play, but again, the Presbyterian's not going to go away.
You're exactly right, Coach. Khalid Mutakabir hits the three. It's a 4-point game with 42.4 seconds to go. But in the final minute, Coach, I thought the team showed great poise, and Coastal did what they had to do. And Anthony Raffa with these 2 free throws here makes you breathe easy.
Well, when you get down the stretch, it's about protecting the ball and making your foul shots, and we did that.
60-53 is your final, Coach. You have to feel good about getting a win away from the old HTC Center.
The road is always a good place to get one. You got to steal them. It's never easy. We're glad to get the win, and you got to give a lot of credit to our defense and our rebounding. That was the key to this win.
Warren Gillis with 14. We caught up with him after the game.
Finally got one on the road, and it helps us because we're doing good at home, so we can help our record up a little bit. But early on, we had some good movement and everything. Got some good looks at the basket in the second half. Once you get down to the last 8 minutes of the game, everybody's focused and the defense gets better.
It's basketball. It's team play. As long as we're winning, and it doesn't have to be scoring or rebounding. Everything, whatever I can do for the team to win, and Badu also, because for basketball, everybody cannot shine. And we have seniors that can score right now. So we're just doing other things, and our time will come that things will show in the box score.
You've been fighting the headaches. How are you feeling right now, and how is the battle going? Because I'm sure it's an ongoing thing, and you sure look good out there. You don't look like you're hurting.
Yeah, I know. I've told people that I haven't had the privilege so far since my basketball career to be fully healthy. So I'm kind of used to pain, and thank God that I have a big tolerance when it comes to pain. But once you come on the court, there's no excuse. You cannot be there like holding your head or your back or whatever. It hurts. I'm on the court, I play. Now when I go home, I can suffer, but as long as I'm on the court, I'm going to play. And I feel bad that people knowing that I'm having headaches anyway. I wish nobody knew. I wish I could just do it with me, and between me and God, and hopefully it's going to work out.
Our HTC peak performer from the Presbyterian game, Warren Gillis, a sophomore out of Philadelphia, 14 points on 7 of 12 shooting, Coach.
I thought his play into the basket, he was the solid player for us offense, making some strong moves to the hole.
Time for us to take a break. When we come back, we'll visit Anthony Raffa's family, who's been with him every step of the way in his Coastal career. That's when the Cliff Ellis Show continues right after this. The Cliff Ellis Show is brought to you by HTC. This is life. Connect with it. And by DarPro Solutions, America's largest and oldest recycling solutions company that serves the nation's food industry. A special thanks to HTC and DarPro Solutions, co-title sponsors of the Cliff Ellis Show.
HTC connects my family, neighbors, and businesses in our community to the most reliable communication services at the best possible value. More services, more savings, which is value I count on when I bundle, giving me more connections to the things that matter the most.
Bundle and save up to $45 per month today on your HTC services with HTC Member Connections.
HTC, this is life. Connect with it.
DarPro Solutions is America's oldest, largest, and most innovative recycling solutions company that serves our nation's food industry. DarPro offers their customers over a century of experience, a network of nationwide locations, and a continuous commitment to research and to develop tomorrow's recycling solutions. DarPro is founded on the heritage of two great companies, Darling International and Griffin Industries. A special thanks to DarPro Solutions for being the co-title sponsor of the Cliff Ellis Basketball Show.
The Cliff Ellis Show is brought to you by Waccamaw Land and Timber. Serving the Grand Strand since 1982, the ultimate goal of Waccamaw Land and Timber is to match the best interests of both the buyer and the seller. If you're looking for a place to relax, hunt or fish, the professionals at Waccamaw Land and Timber can find you the perfect recreational property. Call 449-0441 to discuss your real estate needs with Waccamaw Land and Timber. I want to thank my friend Keith Henson from Waccamaw Land and Timber for their support of the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers.
In the blink of an eye, everything changed.
The house we called home, gone.
Glad to see you and your family are okay, because what is lost can always be found again.
Being homesick has never been an issue for Anthony Raffa. Of all the stats and records the senior guard has piled up in his Coastal Carolina career, the most impressive stat belongs to his parents. Andrew and Sally Raffa have not missed a single game during his CCU career, home and away.
It's great to watch him play. Yeah. That's why we follow him from town to town and city to city. We don't miss a game.
So when's the last time you did miss a game?
We haven't missed a game down here at all.
Even when things are going well, you're kind of a nervous mom, aren't you?
Especially when it gets on the foul line. He must feel us because we're just like we're stalking him because it's just so nerve-wracking. But it's really a lot of fun.
I guess you're getting the sense that it's kind of, that this is the last part of the ride, and I'm sure you're trying to enjoy every single.
Yeah, we definitely don't want it to come to an end because it's been a great life, following him, and that's what we do best.
The Raffa's business is all about basketball in the winter, but when it comes to the spring and summer, the family business is back on the Jersey Shore. Mildred's, an award-winning Italian restaurant in Sea Isle City, New Jersey.
We specialize in Italian food. We sell steaks, chops, seafood, veal, chicken.
The devastation of Hurricane Sandy stretched all along the Jersey coast, and Mildred's was not spared. Over $300,000 in damage, but like the entire shore, Mildred's will rebuild and come back strong.
We got 8 feet of water in our restaurant, pretty much wiped out the whole restaurant, so, we're in the rebuilding stages right now.
That's a lot of stress, when, it's your parents' restaurant. It must be a nice little stress reliever that they can go watch you during this special year.
Absolutely. I mean, my brother and sisters, they're, they pretty much run the restaurant too, so they're pretty much taking care of the restaurant right now. My parents are, there if they need them, so. But we have everything under control, so hopefully we'll be open up in March or April.
Before he begins his professional basketball career, you might just see Anthony Raffa put the chef's hat on one more time on the Jersey Shore at Mildred's.
Oh, he cooks really well. When he works maybe 2 days a week. He's supposed to work more, but, he always has to go play ball all the time. That's what he tells us. So we let him go. But he does cook well.
When it comes to support for a young man, Anthony Raffa's parents are as good as it gets. I don't know that I can remember them missing many contests since Anthony's been a player here. You got to keep in mind that they live in New Jersey, but they spend a lot of time down here following this young man. They give him a lot of care and a lot of love. He has a great family background. That's what makes Anthony a special person. This family's also seen adversity. When the hurricane came through Sea Isle City, New Jersey, it was devastating to the Raffas as their home got 8 foot of water and their restaurant got 8 foot of water, and they've had to battle through that. Through all of that, they've still not missed games of Anthony. So we're very proud of the job that Anthony's done, but we've also have a lot of care and love for the Raffa family.
Time for one more break. When we come back at Chants Corner, the coach goes one-on-one with Warren Gillis. That's when we return. HTC presents A Look Back, highlighting some of the great moments from the Cliff Ellis era at Coastal Carolina. We go back to February 12, 2011 in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Anthony Raffa pours in 23 and Coastal wins its 21st consecutive game, a school record with a 61-56 win over Winthrop. The Chanticleers would go on to total 28 wins for the second consecutive year. HTC has been the title sponsor of the Cliff Ellis Show for the past 7 years. HTC, this is life. Connect with it. The Cliff Ellis Show is brought to you by Waccamaw Land and Timber, Beach Realty, and the Britton Law Firm.
Locals love Creek Rats for dinner. They rave about the seafood dinner special, baskets, po' boys, wraps, and burgers. But when you experience those incredible waterfront views, you get that relaxed Creek Rats attitude on the Marsh Walk in Merle's Inlet and on Celebration Lake in Florence.
The Cliff Ellis Show is brought to you by Beach Realty. Working with Beach Realty means you get the reliability and dedication that comes with a team of seasoned professionals who are willing to go beyond the call of duty for you or your family. Visit scbeachrealty.com or call 877-98-SUNNY to learn how Beach Realty can help you locate your future real estate in the Garden City, Merle's Inlet, and Surfside Beach areas. Thanks to Kevin Dorenzo and the team at Beach Realty for being a part of our team on the Cliff Ellis Show.
Come have a ball at the visitmyrtlebeach.com Big South Basketball Tournament March 5th through the 10th in beautiful Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Immerse yourself in the warm, white, sandy beaches. Championship golf, endless cuisine choices, amusements, shopping, world-class shows and amenities. Log on to visitmyrtlebeach.com now for special accommodation rates, tournament information, and things to see and do on your visit to beautiful Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Come get that relaxed Creek Rats attitude on the Marsh Walk in Merle's Inlet and overlooking Celebration Lake on South Cashua in Florence.
Welcome to Chants Corner. Today we have Warren Gillis from Philadelphia, where they have American Bandstand, they have the Eagles, they have Warren Gillis, good basketball, Big Five. Tell us about growing up in Philadelphia.
It's tough. Yeah, basketball is tough. Yeah, because there's a lot of good players in Philly.
A lot of good players. Yeah. A lot of good players. Who is your favorite player coming up? Watching.
Oh, watching. I'd probably say Tyreke Evans.
Ah, that's a good choice. That's a good choice. Warren, you're a sophomore. What's been your best experience thus far as a Chanticleer?
As a Chanticleer, I don't know. I've had a lot of good ones. Couldn't really pick out a favorite. Most of it has to do with winning.
How about the Clemson game? That pretty highlight?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
That was pretty good. And your daddy, your father, is a college football referee. Isn't that correct?
Yes, he is.
Does he get all the calls right?
I haven't seen him ref, but he usually does.
Yeah, well, do you treat him with the respect that you treat the officials here?
Oh, yes.
No, he's got a great mom and dad. Warren Gillis from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Proud to have him as a Chanticleer.
Time now for the HTC Scouting Report. Coach, a short turnaround. You used to playing Wednesday, Saturday. Now it's a Tuesday night game. And UNC Asheville coming off a loss at Charleston Southern. You said it in your post-game press conference after Gardner-Webb. You got two angry teams going head-to-head.
Well, both teams are upset that they lost. Asheville lost a tough one. We lost a tough one. And anytime Asheville and Coastal get together, it's always a battle. So Tuesday night, quick turnaround game. We've got to be ready for a very physical basketball game. Very, very physical.
And then Saturday, the final edition of ESPN Bracket Busters, you drew Western Carolina out of the Southern Conference. You go to Cullowhee, North Carolina for a 2 p.m. tip-off.
Well, interesting matchup, intersectional, interconference, however you want to call it. Western Carolina out of the Southern Conference, always a good matchup. So we make the trip Friday for a Bracket Busters game.
Well, Coach, when you look at it, we've been talking now for the last couple of weeks that it's almost here tournament time, and you must really feel it now because it's a 2-week run. You've got 4 more basketball games, and then the stakes get extremely high.
Well, in 2 weeks, we'll be looking at it, and I know everybody's getting revved up and excited. Everybody's playing for seedings, and we've got 3 conference games left and a game against Western Carolina, so we got 4 games to get it right.
And you can't talk enough about the parity in this league because there is no one in their right mind who can say, oh, this team's definitely going to win it.
No question about that. You're going to have to come out and play. It's going to be some kind of tournament. Too many good teams. Best I've seen the Big South as far being deep since I've been in the league.
All right, Coach, best of luck this week. We will see you next Sunday from Cullowhee, North Carolina. We'll look back on the week in Coastal Carolina basketball, highlights of Western Carolina and UNC Asheville. We'll see you next Sunday right here on The Cliff Ellis Show. The Cliff Ellis Show is brought to you by HTC. This is life. Connect with it. And by Darpro Solutions, America's largest and oldest recycling solutions company that serves the nation's food industry.
HTC high-speed internet is fast for my family, and that's good because with 4 of us online at one time, we can't afford to slow down. HTC is a plan that keeps our home connection up to speed, and faster speeds make it even easier to connect to family, friends, business, and entertainment on our tablets, laptops, and smartphones. And that's how HTC connects my home with the things that mean the most.
Get more speed at home for your new tablets with HTC high-speed internet and save.
HTC, this is life. Connect with it.
Darpro Solutions is America's oldest, largest, and most innovative recycling solutions company that serves our nation's food industry. Darpro offers their customers over a century of experience, a network of nationwide locations, and a continuous commitment to research and to develop tomorrow's recycling solutions. Darpro is founded on the heritage of 2 great companies, Darling International and Griffin Industries. A special thanks to Darpro Solutions for being the co-title sponsor of the Cliff Ellis Basketball Show.
The Cliff Ellis Show is brought to you by Waccamaw Land and Timber. Serving the Grand Strand since 1982, the ultimate goal of Waccamaw Land and Timber is to match the best interest of both the buyer and the seller. When a friend or colleague is looking for commercial property, I tell them to call the pros at Waccamaw Land and Timber. Call 449-0441 to discuss your real estate needs with Waccamaw Land and Timber. I want to thank my friend Keith Henson from Waccamaw Land and Timber for their support of the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers.
Come have a ball at the visitmyrtlebeach.com Big South Basketball Tournament March 5th through the 10th in beautiful Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Immerse yourself in the warm, white, sandy beaches. Championship golf, endless cuisine choices, amusements, shopping, world-class shows and amenities. Log on to visitmyrtlebeach.com now for special accommodation rates, tournament information, and things to see and do on your visit to beautiful Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.